Hi, today we're going to take a look at the leave tracking template at SharePoint-dashboards.com. This is a really fun, easy to use template which is going to be useful for just about any organization. The idea is to simply show who is in or out of the office in a simple grid. I'm going to put this up on my screen and you'll see just exactly what it is we're setting up in just a minute. I'm really looking forward to showing this off. So here we go. Here I am in the SharePoint-dashboards.com site, and as I mentioned, this template is called the Calendar Leave Tracking Template. You can find that in the gallery view easily. I'll also have this linked under the video. So right away you can see exactly what this template does. It shows a grid with colored dot indicators to help you understand when people are out of the office, whether that's because of holidays or training or sick or whatever categories you define. So you can choose your own categories on the left-hand side. In our demonstration today, I'm going to be just going with the default options just to show that works. And as with all the templates, you can change the theme if you want to go for a different look or feel. Here's one with a large grid. That's entirely up to you. You can set the colors, the size, the font, all of those types of options. The first thing you're going to want to do when you get to this template is go down to the notes section, and you do need to download a SharePoint list template, which is linked in the notes section. That is required in order to use this SharePoint dashboards template. So I downloaded that by clicking on the link, and then the next thing we need to do is go and load this template in SharePoint. So let me hop over to my SharePoint site. I've got a brand new site that I created called Leave Tracking, and I need to go to the site settings. That's under site information and then view all site settings. In order to load a list template, you need to go to the Web Designer Gallery section and go to List Templates. Now I do want to mention, if you don't see this option, that means you need to do some additional steps to enable custom scripts in your SharePoint site. And for more information on how to do that, you should go to the link provided in the notes section, which says Manage List Templates. There's a very detailed step-by-step which explains how you enable that functionality. So you can just go through those instructions, which include screenshots, and that'll help you get past that point if you need to perform that step. Okay, once you're there, you can get to the list template gallery, and I've already loaded the template, but what you'll do is simply go to the Files option, click on Upload Document, and then click on Choose File to load that STP file to your gallery. And then in the gallery, you'll see it listed, and that means this is now available as a template from which you can create lists in your site. Since I've already got that there, I can now go to the site content screen to create my list. Now we have to do something special here. List templates are only available by clicking on the Return to Classic SharePoint link. That's a small link in the lower left corner of your screen. It's blocked by my picture there, so I apologize for that, but you can trust me, it's in the lower left corner. I'm going to click on that, and there is the old looking classic SharePoint site content screen. That's exactly what we want. Click on Add an App, and then on this screen you just need to browse through to the end of these options. So hit the arrow to advance to the next page. You're going to find the template in the section called Apps You Can Add. And there it is, SPDB Leave Tracking. you just click on that tile to create the list. You can call the list whatever you want. I'm going to call mine leave tracking and click create. Really simple. My list is already created. At this point, I can get out of this old classic experience. So just click the link in the lower left corner, exit classic experience, and then it returns me back to that familiar modern SharePoint site contents view. Now I can go to my list, and this list has already the fields and functionality needed to apply our template. Just to get the list started, I'm going to go ahead and create a new record so that we have something to look at in the list. So all you need to do is just put in a single employee, and then you can add more later. The group field allows you to pick from different options. So I could say management, and it allows me to do filtering if I want to create different grids of workers, that type of thing. I'm going to go ahead and put in a day off for, let's say, January 27, and I'm going to say that's going to be training. Again, I'm just seeding the list, so I'm going to save that. And then you're going to see a string of code. This is going to be something you won't see once you apply your template. Now there's 3 views in the list template. The one we want to apply the formatting on is called leave board. And you can see I've already got this loaded in, and then there is the day that I just put in. Okay, so what you're going to do is go to the screen over here. You're going to go to your SharePoint dashboards view, and you just do copy template, and then you can hit OK. And then I'm going to go back over here, and you will apply that to the view. So just go to leave board, format current view, and then paste your code in, and that will apply the template. This changed because I had different date options. Now, if you want to add more employees, that's really simple. You can just click on new, and I'll just put in another employee real quick. I've got some dummy ones loaded. And we'll just put in a day off. We'll say unpaid for that one. There's the next row. Those are going to be sorted alphabetical by employee. So you can just keep adding records. Now, what you'll want to do is create additional views depending on time range. You have a couple of options. You can either set for the time range to be dynamic, that is using this @now, which is a special command, which means it's going to show the time frame, whatever that current date is. So in my case, it's January 24, so it would show the current day and then however many days forward. And then when I look at this view tomorrow, it would have switched to the 25th. So it's a moving window, if you will. The alternative, and what you can do in addition to that, is instead you can explicitly apply a date by just entering it like that, and then copy the template and hit OK. And that would be a fixed window. So I just once again paste that in for my view, and now you can see this is one starting at January 1. You will also be setting up holidays because, of course, there's going to be days off. You want to indicate that in your schedule. Those are special. That should be the first row here. It says holiday. I've got that set to blue. And the way that you can fill those in is to fill that in the special field. It says holiday CSV, as in comma separated values. So I just filled in some standard dates for US holidays. So you can see I've got January 2nd, January 16th, etc. You just need to fill in that list with whichever days you want to be filled in with these blue bubbles, or whichever color you choose, and it'll just show that whole column filled, so it's really obvious to everyone holidays, like 4th of July or, Christmas, stuff like that. So that's entirely within your control. The amount of days you show is up to you. I can, in fact, show 90 days if I want to. I just fill in that value. The other thing you can do is decide whether or not you want to have the weekends grayed out automatically. By default, they are, and generally that's helpful. It helps people see where the weekends are. But you can toggle that off if for some reason you don't want to use that feature. And then there are other possibilities in terms of you can tweak the grid square size. So if you want to see what it looks like a little bit bigger, you can see I just made the square size change from 30 to 35. It just makes for a little bit bigger bubbles, that type of thing. This preview window at the top, this is just showing example data. So even though I changed the number of days, this isn't going to change the number of days up here, but it will when you apply the template to your SharePoint environment. Another thing I can do, maybe I want to make the name column a little bit wider. I can just fill that in just to provide as much space as I think I need. And you can just keep making those adjustments until you're ready and just copy the template and then reapply it over in SharePoint. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here and I'm just going to reapply that. I'll do format current view and you'll see that update to match the settings that I just applied. Okay, so you can see I've got a bigger grid going now, so you can make those adjustments. So this is incredibly simple to work with. To update the employees, all you have to do is click on an employee record and you just enter a date and then the type of time off. So here, I'll just do another one real quick. In fact, let's fill in a whole week. Let's just say that, let's see, I'm doing from January 1st. Let's just fill in a whole week just to see what that looks like. So let's say Adam took off the week from the 9th forward. So we'll go to day off and say the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, and the 13th. And then I just come down through here and just do vacation. You can see those are color coded as well. That's it. And then I just hit save and then we can see what it looks like when somebody has a week of vacation off. There you go. So it's incredibly simple to make updates this, which is really a key part of this template. It means that it's going to be very simple and fast for you to keep this updated and accurate for all of your team members. So this is something you can set up in just a few minutes just by following the steps in the video. We do provide support if you need any additional instructions or help to get tapped into this. Once again, this template is available for you to download immediately at SharePoint-dashboards.com. This is part of our subscription package, which does include a total of 124 different templates that you can apply in SharePoint to make your dashboards look great, and then, as in this case, add additional functionality. So I definitely hope that's something you will check out. So I hope you found that interesting. I really had a lot of fun putting this together. I definitely had some challenges trying to figure out how to get that all to work, but what really makes me happy is that this is something that's very reusable. You could apply this and set it up on multiple lists within just a few minutes, and it really doesn't require any training or special understanding by anybody. Once you've got that list set up, all that you need to do to make updates is just click on names and check off the names that they're going to be off. And better yet, you can define your own categories and colors according to whatever your organization does. Because, of course, there's different types of leave and different things that you need to account for, and you're not stuck just with the options that were shown there. You can load in whatever you like. So I hope you like that. I hope you found it interesting. If you don't already have a SharePoint-dashboards.com account, you can sign up for a free account, and that gives you access to the 20 free templates, which are very useful. It includes a lot of buttons and indicators, things that you're going to be able to apply in just about any SharePoint list. So all you have to do is go to the site and click for the free sign up. That can get you started, get you comfortable, and then from there you can sign up to get access to the whole rest of the templates, including this one, which is really useful and awesome. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you guys are able to add that into your SharePoint environment, and let me know how it goes. Thanks.